Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company. Welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. I've got Antonio with us, our boatless angler. We are getting rigged up and ready to go. We're going to be running flexi jigs today and looking for walleye. And I went with the black flexi jig, and we've got some Skoolie baits with us. We brought the Skoolie minnows with us. We got all kinds of different colors with us today, but we're going to go with the darker colors, and I'm going with the smoky silver, and Antonio, you're going to go with the dark shadow, eh?
Dark shadow.
So the difference, the smoky silver's got a silvery bottom and a lot of silver fleck and a dark top to it, a smoky dark top. And yours
is dark. It's got black with gold, lots of gold flecks.
So yours has got gold fleck in it. So two differences, different presentation, darker lure. I want you to show you how to rig these on the flexi jig, because they've got a threaded keeper on there, and you actually thread your bait on there, and it keeps it very, very secure.
Yeah, you put it on like any other jig, but when you get to the neck, like you said, there's this like a threaded keeper, a screw actually, and you got to twist it on. The fish can't pull that off, which is the best part.
Exactly.
You know? So yeah,
exactly.
Twist it a number of times, get it on there. Once more, line it up. That's it.
There you
like
go.
That.
You're ready for action? Go ahead, Antonio. I know you're dying to get yeah, flexes down. Show how it flexes down. The hook flexes down on the hook set, and then it changes the angle of the hook set, which is kind of neat on these flexi jigs. Okay, so two different baits. One with silver fleck, one with gold fleck. We'll see if what's producing, and if one outproduces the other, we make a switch. Okay, so on the technique, folks, these are swim baits. You could actually cast them out and swim them back and work them like you would any lure, right? You could swim them back, or I like to use two different jigging techniques. One is the lift and fall. Lift it up and let it fall down on a semi-slack line, hit the bottom, lift it up, let it fall down on a semi-slack line. The reason you want that semi-slack line is you want to be able to see your line as it's falling, and you also want to be able to feel the hit. With this braided line, you could feel everything. In fact, there was a weed there, I felt that. So that's one technique. Lift, semi-slack, let it fall. The other method, which is very effective, is what I call the sweeping motion. So in this case, you sweep the jig towards you, let it fall on, again, a semi-slack line, take up the slack, sweep it towards you, let it fall down. Same technique. So the difference is they're both jigging, but the first method I showed you, where you lift it up and let it fall down, it's doing more of a motion like this. Whereas the sweeping motion, it's kind of swimming just off the bottom and then dropping. Swimming just off the bottom and dropping. I'm going to say the sweeping motion is more of a finesse approach, and the jigging motion up and down is more of an aggressive approach. Both very effective. I'm going to be using both of them throughout the day, see which one triggers more bites. Okay, stay tuned, folks. We're hoping to have ourselves a great day out here. The dark shadow has struck with the gold fleck. Hey?
It's not hiding in the shadow anymore. The limelight.
That's good, that's good. Oh, that's a nice walleye, folks. Beautiful walleye. That's a dandy, Antonio.
Yes.
You got yourself a very, very nice fish. That's a beauty. And it's hooked just nice, just under the mouth there.
Nice.
Nice little hook set. Gotta love that, folks. Hey, Antonio.
Wow.
Hey, nice. Give you a good hard hit?
He did.
Now, were you jigging it up and down, or were you sweeping it?
More of a jigging.
Oh, that's a dandy walleye. Look at that, folks. You want a photo?
Yeah, sure.
I figured, why not? Photo for Facebook and Instagram. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Nice coloration. Look at that. I love it when their fins are up like that. That'll make for a great photo, Antonio. See there, and oh yeah, that's a fantastic photo. Okay, we're off to a good start, folks. So we know that color works. We'll see if the smoky silver produces, or if that gold fleck, that might make a difference too, right? These little things, folks, make a big difference. So, all right. Well, that's a good start. Nice hook set. Nice walleye.
Thanks.
Hey?
Yeah.
Very nice, Antonio.
Yeah.
I saw that hook set. Let me get my line in. Feel like another walleye?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
The wind picked up. I put on my survival suit.
Yeah, I know you forgot to put it on earlier.
Yeah. It gave me the edge. It warmed up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It is windy though. Really windy. Let's get a look at him. Oh, what do we got, Antonio? We got a very nice walleye. That's what we got. Wow, that dark shadow color is doing it. Hey?
Yeah.
That gold fleck?
It's perfect.
Okay, that means I'm gonna put one of them on. Hey, don't argue with success. That's a beautiful walleye. Look at that. And a good hook set. The other one you had was hooked here in the mouth, and this one is hooked up there in the mouth. Two completely different hook sets. Unbelievable. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna put that dark shadow on, Antonio. That
Good, yeah.
Well, you know, that gold fleck might make a difference, right? So it's the advantage of using two different colors. Seeing what's working. Okay, I gotta put one on now. What do you think, Antonio?
It's perfect.
There we go. We got the gold fleck going. We got the dark shadow, folks. Okay, take a look in the water. The visibility. I don't know if you can tell with the glare, but you can see how it looks in the water there. It's got a nice little glitter to it, that gold glitter, and then the paddle tail, of course, flopping around there in the current. That's also good as well. Now the other thing, we're both using braided line. And with the braided line and fishing open water like we are today, folks, you can get long casts. You still have the sensitivity, and when you set the hook, it's a nice direct hook set. There's no stretch in the line, so you get a direct hook set and a good hook set. If you're using just mono, you're not going to get that direct hook set. You're going to get a lot of stretch, and you can miss a lot of fish. So with the braid, you're going to get the strength, the sensitivity, and the no stretch, which gives you the advantage on the hook set. Of course, we're running a fluorocarbon leader. That goes without saying. But if we were fishing weeds or different cover, you'd have to take shorter casts. But because it's open water, we can get away with long casts and covering a lot of water. And that's what, change the color, change the luck.
You're on.
Change me spots.
Okay.
That little switch, folks, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that gold flicker in there as compared to that silver. Here, you know what? Let me get out of the sun. Antonio, grab the net. I'll come up front here. See if we can land this fish. Gave me a really nice bite. Really nice bite. Come on up here, Antonio. I'm gonna get you to land this fish. He's fighting. I don't know. He's fighting.
Really?
Yeah, like if it's a walleye, it's gonna be a good fish, but he's not. It's not a typical walleye fight, but let's see. He just nailed it too. Oh yeah, it's a walleye. Good one. Good one. Yes.
Nice one.
There we go. Change the color, folks, and change the luck. Beautiful. And hooked like your first one. Look at this. See how he's hooked on the bottom of the mouth. In the mouth, but in the bottom of the mouth. As compared to the top of the mouth. It just depends on how they hit the jig. You can see that gold fleck, that little bit of a gold fleck, folks. I want to show you what it looks like in the water. Let me put this fish in the box and I'll show you that jig. I don't know if you'll be able to tell with the glare of the sun, but just take a look here. I'm going to put it in the water. And I don't know if you could tell, but you could see how that gold is just glittering in the sun. And of course the little paddle tail is just waving away. So sometimes it's that color change, that contrast, that makes the difference. And you notice I'm making long casts. Both Antonio and I are making long casts, and that's because we're both, oh, Antonio's on. We're both running Thunder Braid. And we're both having a great day out here today. Wow. I was going to say, with the braided line, you can make longer casts because you have the sensitivity and no stretch. And we're fishing a flat, so it's not like it's covered with weeds. So the net now is at the front of the boat, right?
Sorry about that.
No, it's my fault. I just thought it'd get out of the glare of the sun. Yeah, go on that side, Antonio.
Yeah.
What do you think? Another walleye?
It's fighting like one.
Nice. I got my line in still. Oh yeah, that looks like a nice walleye.
Got weight to it, that's for sure.
Well, this dark shadow color is working today, Antonio. Oh yeah. Nice walleye. Nice walleye. And he just came off too. You're welcome.
Good net job.
Nice walleye.
Fish.
Nice walleye. In the box he goes.
That was one after another, eh?
Beautiful. Beautiful fish. Antonio, you're just crushing them today. Crushing them.
Right at the boat.
Wow.
Ooh, it's a nice walleye.
Not a good walleye? Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good fish, Antonio. They're all about the same size, eh? Where's he hooked? Up the snout?
Up the snout.
Up the snout. See, it all depends how they grab it, right? That one is directly up the snout. Wow.
It's a good fish.
That's a good fish. Really good fish. Nice.
Nice eater.
That's a good eater. Oh boy, are we having a day out here today, folks. I gotta tell you, that color is definitely making a difference. I'll tell you that much, folks. And you know what? It's those little things that might make a big difference when it comes to fishing. Nice to have color options. I was gonna say, if you have colors, you have options, right? Well, we're gonna keep at it because this is just unbelievable fishing, folks. Wherever you're tuning in from today, as always, I want to thank you for spending time with Antonio and I on today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. As always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing. Another nice hook set.